This is the Horse Radio Network. This is episode 106 of Horse Tip Daily, a different horse tip, a different equine topic, a different equestrian expert every day. Horse Tip Daily brings the world of equine knowledge to you one day at a time. Today's tip is sponsored by Equestrian Collections. There's still time to get that perfect gift, a gift certificate for the holidays. Visit equestriancollections.com. Enjoy today's tip. This is Glenn the Geek back with you from Lexington, Kentucky, and welcome back to Horse Tip Daily. Well, today we have Dr. Jenn back on the show. Dr. Jenn focuses on the rider and the mental health of the rider and the horse. She's trained with several Olympic-level riders throughout her career, and she is now the owner of the Happily Ever After Ranch in Colorado. Today, Dr. Jenn speaks with us about a little bit about the stress of the holidays and how to deal with that. And horse people have to deal with it probably more than others because we also have to find somebody to watch our horses when we go away for the holidays. You know, we're a week before Christmas, but Equestrian Collections still has the perfect gift for you. It's not too late to buy a gift certificate. You know, I was giving recommendations on the Stable Scoop this year that guys out there, horse husbands, buy your wife something to open, but then also buy her a gift certificate from equestriancollections.com. She will thoroughly enjoy having a gift to open, and she'll know that you spent more than 5 minutes thinking about it. But then when you go to equestriancollections.com and buy that gift certificate, she can buy really what she wants. And the perfect size, the perfect color, the perfect fit, she can do that all herself. Plus, she'll be thinking about you later on when she's spending that gift certificate from Equestrian Collections. Well, that works for whether it's a trainer's gift or your daughter or your son or your husband's the rider. You can buy him that gift from Equestrian Collections. The perfect size gift certificate. They sell them in all sizes, shapes, and colors. It's an immediate gift. You get it immediately. You can buy it all the way up to Christmas Day, and you can do so at equestriancollections.com and then spend it on the over $100 million worth of products that they have on their website. I would say that's some selection at equestriancollections.com. And now more from Dr. Jenn on the stress of the holidays. Well, hi, Dr. Jenn, and welcome back to Horse Tip Daily.
So good to be talking with you.
You know, we recorded our first batch of tips in the summertime, and now it's the wintertime, and I would rather we were recording in the summertime.
I would like some warmth back. That would be very nice.
Yeah, you guys, you're out there. You're in Colorado, correct?
Yeah, and we have been getting bitter, bitter cold, and the horses are not happy. So I'm ready for summer already.
And you're the happy person. You're Dr. Happy.
I am, the Happily Ever After Holistic Healing Horse Ranch. It doesn't get any happier than that.
I know, but you know what? Even Dr. Jenn can't control the weather.
Apparently not.
But you can help us control how we think about the weather.
I can, and I'm going to help you talk about controlling your holiday stress because I know how out of hand that gets this time of year.
Oh, perfect. I never have holiday stress. You know, I got to can I give you a little bit of a personal insight here?
Sure.
We always get to you and I mean, this is terrible. Our tips end up being 25 minutes long because we just get chatting. But that's an interesting thing because I stress more than most people at the holidays. And part of the reason I always attribute it to is my dad died the day before Christmas.
Oh, wow.
And that was only about 4 or 5 years ago. So, but everybody has that person that died around Christmas time that just adds a little bit to the season. And then, of course, there's all the shopping and all that normal stress stuff. And when you have horses, that's just even more complicated. So.
The loss of a loved one, feeling that loss, it weighs heavily on a lot of people over the holidays. And besides just the stress of trying to get everything ready, the other big stressor is the rest of your family who's still alive that you may not get along well with.
Oh, yeah, that little thing.
That little thing. So I have a little idea for you guys today that you can play with that I'm quite certain you've never thought about doing before, Glenn.
Well, you know, and can I add to that? Horse people have the additional stress because of the holidays of trying to find somebody to watch the horses, and, you know, they're usually going away, or if you want to go away. So there's an added stress even for horse people.
Totally. I totally agree. And we were trying to think about taking a holiday vacation, and we realized, it just wasn't going to happen because who was going to take care of the ranch? And so we decided to just boycott the holiday and have no stress whatsoever. So I don't need to do this exercise, but it sounds like maybe you will.
Okay, well, maybe we'll just come out and see you where there's no stress for the holiday.
That would be awesome.
Everybody, I'll give you the address here. It is. So what's the tip?
The stress-free holiday experience. Well, I call this pony painting. And it's a fun, creative way to find solutions to any problems that come up. And as I was saying, a lot of folks have some discomfort around certain family members during the holiday season. And I wanted to give you a way to think about interacting with your family, or really any stress that's coming up, any issue that's coming up during these holiday seasons. And it's probably hard for you to believe, but your horse actually wants to help you solve these problems. And so let's talk about how you can use him, because that's what we usually do. We talk about how you can use your horse to create success in all areas of your life. And so this is a really neat way to let your horse help you tune into your own inner creative problem solver. So it's super easy. All you need is your horse and some inexpensive, and get this very clear, washable paints, okay? You don't want to be painting on your pony with regular paints, because, it would probably take till next summer to get the paints out of his hair. And you can get these really inexpensively anywhere at Walmart, Target, or anything like that, and you just need a brush or two. So,
all right.
Glenn, you don't have to tell us, you don't have to give us names, but is there anybody in your life with whom it would be, kind of cool to have a new way of handling the situation?
Well, that's the interesting part, is that that's the interesting part, because, with our particular family, everybody kind of gets along.
That's awesome.
I'm trying to stretch here and go out beyond into extended family, and then we just never get together with them. So I think I've solved the problem already, actually.
Awesome. So,
all right, but let's just make believe it's Uncle Harry.
Okay, Uncle Harry. Yeah, let's pretend that,
because everybody has an Uncle Harry, you know what I mean?
Yes, or an Aunt Jemima.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I just want, when you play with this, you just think of an issue or a person or a situation that you really just wish you could get rid of, or you really wish, when you think about it, it makes you stressed out, you shut down, your blood pressure goes up, you just want to run away from it. That kind of a situation. And all you have to do is get on top of your horse, preferably bareback, but if you're not quite comfortable with that, you can sit on a saddle too. And you and I have talked a little bit about using the horse's energy system, because they have really powerful energy fields, to help clear out some yuck, and to get some guidance. And so that's what this little exercise is about. And I think we've also mentioned before that research shows that the heart has a much stronger energy field than the brain. And so we're going to use your horse's heart to help you find your own heart's wisdom. How smart is that?
Okay.
It's pretty smart.
Pretty smart.
Yeah, and I don't know if you talk to any other sports psychologists, but all over the world, sports psychologists know how powerful visualization is.
Right.
So we're going to use
I will say this. We have had, how many now? Hundreds of professional riders on. And most of them, if we ask what do they do to get prepared for the cross-country test, for the dressage test, whatever it is, visualization is, wow, that's a word that I can't say. Visualization is one of the most common answers we get.
Yeah, that's because it works and it's powerful. And so I'm just going to teach you real quick a heart energy visualization that's going to help move some blocks around your issue. And then we're going to tack on creativity, because what's more fun, what's a better way to get out of stress than to try to step into your playful side? That's really key. Most people don't feel like being playful when they're stressed out, but that's the number one key to moving away from your stress, is to step into a playful spot. So that's what we're going to do with this.
Okay.
So I just want you to imagine now that you're sitting on top. Do you have a horse you can sit on bareback, Glenn?
I'm sitting on my ball. I sit on people listen to the shows know I sit on an exercise ball
right
when I record. So that's pretty close, because I can bounce and everything. Do you hear me going up and down? Yeah.
That's funny. Yes.
All right. So that's
awesome.
Close, right?
Yeah. So pretend.
My ball doesn't have much of a heart, though. I got to tell you, it keeps trying to knock me off.
Oh, it's funny. So yeah, go ahead and close your eyes and imagine that ball is one of your awesome horses, and just imagine this along with me.
Okay.
Basically, once you're on top of your horse, I just want you to imagine that he is sending his heart energy from his chest, okay, so out from the side of the ball, up over his head into the very top of your head. So he's sending his loving heart energy up into your head, down your throat, into your heart, right down through the middle of you, into your seat. And then it goes right back into the horse's heart, which is right under where you're sitting. And that's basically a circle of love that you can recycle sort of around and around. And I just want you to do that. We're not going to do that now for 10 breaths, but when you're on your horse, I just want you to do that for 10 breaths or longer. And I want you to just imagine all of this holiday stress just melting away until it's far, far in the background. And while you breathe, you just start talking out loud, hopefully, unless you're in a barn filled with people, in which case you could talk to yourself because people think you're crazy, and you don't want that to add to your stress. About whatever the situation is you're concerned about. And just say everything that comes to mind about it. And when your mind slows down to there's nothing more, you can't think of anything else to complain about with the situation, I want you to form a specific question that you want guidance on and put it into a single sentence, right? So I was just thinking about Uncle Harry. How can I get Uncle Harry to stop criticizing me? Or how can I let Uncle Harry's criticism just bounce off of me? Right? Or how can I forgive my father and release this hurt that I've been carrying that comes up every single time I see him at Christmas? That kind of a question. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
So once you have that question in your mind and you're sitting up there and you're just allowing that circle of love to flow through, I just want you to clear your mind and see if any ideas come through. Because 9 out of 10 times, once you've cleared that space, you will get an aha insight about something that you can shift, do, or have different that's going to make sense for you. So you just want to keep breathing and letting that energy flow and allow whatever interesting and new ideas, any fresh ideas that might come in about how to change your stressful situation. And once you have something, and you may not get something right away, you may just feel relaxed, and that's completely fine. So you'll stay up there for 5 or 10 minutes until it feels right to come down. And when you come down, that's when we're going to paint a picture on your horse. Now, have you ever painted on your horse, Glenn?
No, I can honestly say I've never painted on my horse.
Well, let me tell you, it is really, really fun. And all you have to do is pick the side you feel drawn to and pick an area that you feel drawn to. And if already an image has come into your mind from the time that you were up on your horse about the solution, I want you to just go ahead and start painting. And it's not about painting a beautiful picture, Glenn, right?
Oh, that's good because you wouldn't get one from me.
Or for me, We're talking 6 figures. We're talking symbols and we're talking colors, okay? And you really just want to allow your intuition to guide you, and you just want to have fun with it. You just want to move your hand in any way you feel guided to and not worry about what it looks like. You just want to trust the process and just keep asking, what color's next? Where does it go? What's the shape? And the idea here is that you're allowing any of the energies of the stress to just move out through your body. Right? What's another thing that people do when they're stressed? They exercise. They get the body moving. Well, this is a creative way to get the body moving, and that movement often just allows stress to melt away and change into something else.
It's interesting that you bring this up, too, because art is used as therapy all the time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And who thinks about making art on their horses as therapy? It's a wonderful therapy, and nobody thinks about it. So when you're stressed out is the perfect time to just be like, you know what? I'm just going to go try this. This sounds silly, and Dr. Jenn sounds crazy, but what the hell?
There you go.
Give it a whirl.
We talked about this before. I don't want to make this go too long, but when you talk about sitting on the horse and making the circle there, that goes a lot back to my training in self-hypnosis. You're getting in touch with you're relaxing and also getting in touch with your inside, and in this case you're adding the horse to the mix, but
exactly.
it has a lot of relevance there too.
It can be very powerful, and your horse really wants to support you in all areas of your life, and so adding the horse's energy into the mix can really create some kind of profound shifts that you really wouldn't expect. And then just taking the next step of being creative with the shift can really help it sink in and really help it make it happen when you sort of finally confront Harry. Well, not confront him on purpose, but you
yeah, I know what you mean.
At Christmas. And so it doesn't matter if nothing actually solid comes from this painting. It may just be energy, it may just be color, and that is fine. And the important thing here is to just trust that no matter what happens to the actual painting, that something is going to shift through the process. And it may not be till you get home that you realize that something is shifted, or it may not be till 2 or 3 days when something finally shifts and you realize that you have a new idea or it just doesn't bother you anymore. So The benefit of this is, like you said, it gets you out of your head, where if you were going to find a solution, right, about Uncle Harry, you would have already found it 3 years ago, right? So
right.
It's not, that solution isn't in your head, it's in your heart. And the horse is going to help you connect with that heart wisdom. So, by the way, if it's too cold because it's, Christmas and you live where we are,
yeah,
and you don't want to actually bother with the hassle of painting on your horse, you can get similar results by just going through the same process, but getting off and drawing or painting next to him, or even just writing. It's just the process of actually moving and getting creative that counts. So.
All right, that's great. Well, Dr. Jenn, we appreciate that. And where can people find out more about you?
They can head on over to our website, www.happilyeverafterranch.com, and they can learn all about the fun stuff we do at the ranch, like pony painting, and then they can head over and watch some of our videos and see how some of this stuff looks like in real life.
Okay, great. Well, thanks, Dr. Jenn, and we'll talk to you again soon.
All right. Have a happy holiday.
Well, thanks to Dr. Jenn for being on today. We appreciate that. You can also hear more from Dr. Jenn on episode 43 of the Stable Scoop radio show at stablescoop.com. And you can learn more about Dr. Jenn and find the links to her website on her profile page at horsetipdaily.com. You can also hear all of her past tips there. Well, don't forget to drop me an email at Glenn, 2 N's, at horseradionetwork.com, and you can see all of our other shows at horseradionetwork.com. A lot of people don't realize that they're all there in one place. You can actually follow all of our shows in one spot at horseradionetwork.com. Well, I'll be back again tomorrow with another new expert and a different horse tip. Until then, stay safe, everyone.